Well, Chris, welcome to the program, and thank you, as always, for your time. Now you've had a day to sort of go through the 100-odd pages in this discussion document. What's your feeling about things? How are you coping?
We're fairly disappointed the way the whole process is worked. I've been involved in it for just shy of 3 years now. They've taken on board some of our recommendations, but they've basically pushed ahead straight towards their targets. And industry's been led up the path a bit to think that we can lead this, but they've gone it their own way anyway, unfortunately.
So it feels like it's, in a sense, wasted time. No doubt you've learned a lot through the process, but at the same time, when you get a sort of a result like this, it's a bit disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fairly gut-wrenching, all right, because we know if you use the right metrics and you allow the mitigating factors in, we haven't actually got a problem. By going down this way of basically taxing us, most of the money's going to get used up in administration, and by taking more money off the farmers, the discretionary income to do things like plant native trees, that's gone. So there's everything within it has got a perverse outcome, unfortunately.
Have you had a chance to sort of have a look at your own farm and how it could be impacted by this?
Yeah, we've run the numbers on our farm twice now. Our farm's pretty good. There is some natural features that are already in trees and things like that. There's a lot of the vegetation from the crops we grow is not taken into consideration. But basically, we within a cropping system, you have a low number. If you want to lower your number, you destock. That's basically it. And unfortunately for the sheep and beef industry, take up to 20% reduction in stock. That goes across the board. That goes to everyone. That moves on to the transport companies, the service towns, everyone that it's dropping 1 in 5 out of that. Like, it's just, yeah.
And of course, it leads on ultimately to the exports that we, so heavily rely upon. They're just not there. We've got nothing to export. Well, we've got a fifth less. That's quite a signal. I think it's about $1 billion that would be less in the economy.
Yeah, it's more than that. And that shortfall of good product, like we're low carbon producers here in this country, that's going to get picked up by someone that's not as good as that. So the whole thing is it's not driving the right outcome, and that's it's disappointed. It's disappointed not only farmers across the country. I've been talking to fuel tanker drivers this morning, other truck drivers, the local garage. Everyone is concerned about it.
So I suppose it's a discussion document, I guess, although you've been discussing it for quite a while now. And how do you feel? I'm sure that obviously that the Federated Farmers teams will be poring over it and will make sure that they've got a good case to put in that discussion.
Oh, exactly. But unfortunately, we've got 6 weeks to try to turn this around, and we've been working on a solution for, as I said before, just shy of 3 years. So unless there's a willingness to listen, and people don't trust. There's certain arrogance that's going on by certain ministers that just want to push this through as their legacy, and they need to look at the big picture for the whole of the country, because currently, right now, everyone thinks they're destroying it.
Now let's move on. How did you cope last week? The polar blast came through. How bad was it for you, or was it sort of, dare I say late, but something that you're kind of used to in Southland?
Yeah, it was a late snow. You always get a snowfall event at some time, but you don't want it in the middle of lambing. Luckily for us, the lambing and that was out of the way. It was well forecast. It did happen right in the peak lambing for all the hill and high country guys, but a bit of natural shelter, and from all reports, there hasn't been huge losses, even though there was up to 25-30 centimetres of snow in places.
And you've had a reasonable week this week so far, weather-wise. It's been calm enough and a bit of sunshine, hopefully?
Yeah, it's been calm, a bit dull. There's a lot going on every farm at the moment. Everyone trying to get spring crops in the ground and, keep up with all the stock work. So everyone's very busy at the moment, and that's another disappointing fact when a lot of the stuff that we have to try to push back on the farming seems to get thrown at us in the peak busy period. But we will get there. I'd say the farming community is going to really pull together on this one and push back hard.